So, this week wasn't really about more input, it was about, more presence. Not about more effort, but more coherence. Because honestly, there comes a point in your inner work when it's not about clearing noise anymore, it's about letting your signal extend. Week 14 was all about influence, but not the kind that performs, the kind that is felt before it speaks, the kind that shifts a room without pushing anything, the kind of power that doesn't look like power until, well, you realize the entire field has changed and you never raised your voice once. We started the week with a truth that most people just ignore. People feel you long before they understand you. They register your posture, your tone, your nervous system, your pacing, your silence. Your presence is your message. Before you open your mouth, the room already knows what you're carrying. So instead of trying to lead with words, we remembered how to let our field arrive first. Your presence does the teaching. And the cleaner it is, the less explaining you have to do. Then we leaned into Tuesday, a quieter but no less powerful reminder. Small shifts change everything. Not because they fix everything overnight, but because a slight angle change doesn't feel like much in the moment. But if you keep walking that path, it leads to a completely different horizon. So, we stopped waiting for drama, we stopped waiting for the big pivot, and we made one shift, a different start to the morning, a cleaner moment in a conversation, a pause before reacting. And the power wasn't in the act itself, it was in the consistency. Because the field doesn't reward intensity, it rewards return. Wednesday deepened that idea with a reminder that honestly felt like a reset. Real influence requires no pressure. The strongest trees don't yell at the forest, they just grow. They just stand. And, the forest adjusts. We remembered that trying to convince people drains our signal. You don't have to argue your truth into a room. You just need to live it. And when your field is coherent, it will transmit itself. The simulation reads coherence more than content. So if your state is clear, your message is already working, even in silence. So we stopped trying to be convincing. We became convictional instead. Thursday brought us back to rhythm. Because we live in a world that honestly overvalues the spike, the push, the launch, the flare. But what actually holds you long-term is rhythm. What changes your life is the thing you return to, not the thing you sprint through. We didn't push harder. We moved more honestly. We stopped burning ourselves out to prove we're lit. And we let the return to rhythm be enough. Because that's the real test. Can you keep showing up without the adrenaline? Can you keep walking when no one's watching? Can you keep the signal clean when no one is validating the effort? That's rhythm. And, rhythm is power. And we ended the week with the quietest influence of all, leading without needing to be seen. Because in the simulation, visibility doesn't equal impact. Some of the most powerful leaders in the room never speak. They hold, they stabilize. They shape the room by simply not leaking. You don't need to be the loudest voice. You just need to be the most energetically clear. So, we stopped trying to lead by performing, we led by resonating. This whole week wasn't about changing who you are. It was about changing what you extend. You didn't shrink your signal to fit the room. You refined it until the room adjusted. You remembered that your presence speaks first. That one subtle shift changes your timeline. That real influence doesn't push, it aligns. That your rhythm is your signature. And you can move powerfully without ever being seen. You didn't lose energy this week. You became the source of it. This is Transcendent Reality, live the code.